Learning a language through board games. Isn't that a fantastic idea? So that's what I thought. To be more precise, learning English through board games. Online, of course. And since about the beginning of September, I am in the waiting line and I want to join the C1 English course through board games. But how come that I am still in the waiting line? Stay tuned and listen to my Fluent podcast.
Hi, do you like games? And do you like learning English? My name is Zdenek. I'm an English teacher and I have always used games to teach English. Recently, I have developed an online course where you guessed it, teach English using board games. I will be developing your skills, writing, listening, reading, and mainly speaking. There will be grammar, pronunciation, and also a lot of vocabulary that you learn. I will also be correcting your English, so you get a lot of language feedback from me.
And I will say that I was intrigued by this idea from the very beginning. I mean, learning English by using board games is rather unorthodox, I would say, and also very unique. And I know Zdenek. As a matter of fact, he appeared on my Fluent podcast. I interviewed him about 3 years ago. Actually, he appeared on episode 37 and 38. And to be honest, Zdenek is one of the most enthusiastic English learners. I mean, he could turn his passion English into his profession and became a teacher, which is great. And I believe that this method has really its potential. So my idea was to join his class and then also make a review for you guys so that I can give you the pros and cons of this very special, unique method. But as I said, I am still in the waiting line. So if there is someone out there around C1 English level or B2 who is interested in joining an English board game class, email me on myfluentpodcast@gmail.com. It would be great to be in the same class and learn English together. So the next clip you are going to listen to comes from a live streaming where Zdenek, the teacher, talked to his audience, and he does it really well. He is a fantastic speaker, and I just like to listen to him. So these are some excerpts from it. I have edited the most crucial parts in my view, and I want to show them to you.
It's really important for me that I make myself clear. I understand that this might be something that is completely new to a lot of people. People might be a bit skeptical and might wonder how this actually works, because obviously it's a bit different, let's be honest. Most people I've met, even most employers, have been very supportive of this idea, and I was given enough freedom to use board games in my classes. But the thing is, there is always a little bit of like, what is this? How does this actually work? Is this effective? Is this in line with the English teaching methodology? So that's exactly why I try to sort of break the stereotype and, explain myself, shed some light on what's going on there. I've already had one English through board games course, and it went quite well, I think. I've got a fantastic review from one of the participants as well.
After I listened to this, I conducted my researches and I found the review, and I want to show some bits from it.
In a course of English through board games, it was really fun. It was something new, and it was just a different style how to approach studying of English. It was really focusing on how we can apply the English in our real everyday lives, because we were playing games, which is fun. And usually people are playing games because they want to just relax and have some fun. But with this course, we also had some like a grammar focus homeworks or studies. And it was also really interesting and actually really useful, because then we used those new skills or new English words or some grammar in the games, and that was so cool. Also, we were playing with a small team of people from different countries, and that was interesting because I could meet people from all around the world, which is really cool. And now it really can help with my English growth. And yeah, it was really fun, and I can recommend it for everyone, especially if you like games. That will be really, really, really cool for you, because you're just having fun and learning English, which is really cool. Thank you, and yeah, maybe see you around on some English through board games meetups. Bye.
And I kinda like the idea of working or learning together with other people from all around the world, especially in smaller teams, which is great because that way you can really speak up and get your speaking practice, I guess. But as I mentioned before, I am still on the waiting list, unfortunately, because apparently Zdenek, for him it is hard to find enough people, enough participants. The problem is that he can't do it as a one-to-one class, or even 2 people. It has to be a minimum of 4 participants, because otherwise the games that he's going to play don't work really well. And the second problem is, and he says it himself, that in order to learn effectively, well, we need to learn with students of our level, or of a similar level, I guess. And it's not that easy for him to find people who are around the same level. And I guess that people can't imagine exactly what it means to learn this way. And I think that's also the reason why he decided to give a free lesson, but listen for yourself.
I've decided to work on my marketing a little bit, on promoting this particular service. And I've come up with the idea of launching a free English through board games session. Now, it's completely free. You don't have to pay anything, obviously. That comes from the definition of the word free, doesn't it? Yes. But also the software we are using is completely free. So one of them is, I think we're going to use the StreamYard. That's what I'm using right now for streaming this live to Facebook. But it doesn't have to be live. So it's just something like Zoom or Skype. And that's the way we can talk to each other. I want people to have a chance to see what exactly this is without having to pay me beforehand, because I think it's fair. Just give them this opportunity, because then they can make a conscious decision whether they like this or not, whether it's suited to to their needs, and whether they find it interesting. So I think it's a fair thing to do. And I'm really excited about this, to be honest. I look forward to having you in that session. And hopefully everything goes well, because a lot of technology is involved.
I look forward to it as well, and that got me even more intrigued to hear that there is a lot of technology involved, because I kind of like that. And why did I produce this episode? Well, because I just can't wait, and that's why I decided to make like a intro to this learning through board games world. Because, as I said, I want to join that course, and then I want to give you the big picture and tell you the verdict, if it's a good way to learn English and what I think about it. So what about you guys? Have you ever learned English or another language through board games? What do you think, guys? And could you imagine to join? Well, it would be great. Bye!